Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Tone Load back with another video. And just when you thought it couldn't get no worse, I'm gonna let y'all check this out.
China is reportedly developing pregnancy robots. Yes, you heard me right. Complete with artificial wombs
Y'all hear
to
that?
help struggling with infertility. This is not science fiction. Billy, this is absolutely wild. Let me read you something from the doctor who's spearheading this technology, Dr. Zhang Quifeng. He said, quote, "The artificial womb technology is already in a mature stage, and now it needs to be implanted in the robot's abdomen so that a real person and the robot can interact to achieve pregnancy, allowing the fetus to grow inside." Billy, what's your reaction?
I mean, this is horrifying on a number of levels. You know, I think, look, there are people who are going to say this is going to help people who.
All right, so now they got robots that allows you not only to put the fetus inside the robot, but you can actually have sexual relations with the robots, like an actual human. Go through the same procedure as a man and woman go through when they have physical intercourse to get the robot pregnant. 2025.
Who can't have children, and I understand and I sympathize with that piece of the puzzle. You're trying to have children, you can't do it. You're looking for a way to have that happen. I think there are so many ethical issues that emerge with this, though. You know, God designed the body in a very particular way. Not just the body, but he designed relations between a man and a woman in a particular way. And a baby growing inside, I mean, you have children, I have children, growing inside the womb of a human mother, there's a connection point there that you want to see happen that is not happening in this case. What you have is a machine purportedly, and we have not seen this yet to know that this is actually something that could work, right? They're saying it could work.
So, what happens to the mother-child connection if you decide to put the child inside of a robot? What happened to the bonding? I mean, did they actually think about the detriment that will be done to the child? Whoever decides to go through this procedure? Did the parents even go think about it, the detriment to the child, if they decide to go through this procedure? That I don't know. I mean, in these days and times, I don't even think people even take time to think about those kind of things anymore. But let's continue with the video.
They're saying it could happen. I think we know that science is moving at such a fast speed that it won't be shocking to see this happen. But the point is, there are severe and massive ethical issues with this. Also keeping in mind the fact that in testing this, you have to assume, outside of all the other issues, that there are going to be losses of human life, because I doubt it's going to work on the first try. So it's a little bit horrifying, honestly.
Well, you know, just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder.
Yeah, it can get weirder, and it's going to get weirder. And it is horrifying, because I don't actually can think of anything that they can do to top this, or it's going to be next. What's going to be next? Time travel? Or maybe they already know how to. I never thought I'd see the day.
Past few years has been kosher to call someone a birthing person, which my wife finds horribly offensive. It's like, I'm a mother, and you guys are taking that away from me. I'm like, okay, let me, babe, let me throw you another one. Pregnancy robots. I wonder how she's going to take that one. But apparently the price is 100,000 yen, which is about $14,000, which, you know, to your point, if, you know, surrogates cost between 100K and 200K, this is a much cheaper option. Now, we've talked about, you know, gender confusion, all that stuff, but now we're talking about non-human relations, humanoid ethics. It's a whole new can of worms.
Yeah, $14,000. That is a whole lot affordable than your average surrogate human. But at what cost? You might pay cheaper up front, but at what cost would it cost you in the long run if you go through this procedure? So I think this is something that you actually have to sit down and think about and think deep about. And I think we should push back at stuff like this because you're getting too damn ridiculous. But I'm gonna continue with the video. Y'all excuse me for a minute.
I was thinking like, God, like, what's a Bible verse that I could, use to to add to this conversation? I'm like, I don't know. Like I have to start from square one. Like, okay, robots creating or at least facilitating human life. I don't know where that is in scripture. So Billy, maybe in closing, like how do we even start this conversation from a biblical ethics standpoint?
Yeah, I think we have to start it with prayer and understanding. A lot of times when something isn't going the way we want it to in life, we try to take matters into our own hands. And I think this is an example of this. I'm not saying this wouldn't help some people. I'm not saying there wouldn't be elements that people could argue are good. I think you have to pray through, though, and ask God, are the negatives outweighing the positives? And one thing we do have to mention here, this is not just a womb. As far as we can understand, it's a humanoid, as you said. It's supposed to look like a human, act like a human, and do what humans can do, which is to not only facilitate the growth of life, but then actually have the baby. So there's so much here I think we need to be praying about. That's where we start. We go to God in prayer and we say, God, is this of you? Is this not of you? And some people may say, well, I already know the answer to that. But I think with all these matters, we should turn.
What do y'all think? Is it of God or is it not of God? We already getting our punishment back now for the things we're doing. Just don't know it.
To him. And look, this is bizarre. There is more bizarreness to come. I think this is just starting to scratch the surface of how weird things are going to get.
Yeah, I mean, with AI, with humanoid robots, I feel like we're going to have a lot more of these conversations coming up here soon. Obviously, keep it here on CBN News. Hey, if one of these humanoid robots wants to watch my 2.5-year-old when he's wilding out, I'm cool with that.
Babysit, do the laundry, clean the house, humanoids, do all of those things. Maybe not have our babies.
Exactly. Billy, I appreciate your time. And again,
told y'all, it's getting weird. It's getting weird. But no, I don't think God is of it. I don't think he's for it. And I think we're suffering now from the decisions we made in this life and this life as life goes on. So I mean, we just gotta sit back and just really think. And the people that's against stuff like this need to speak up. Because when you don't speak up, it's kind of like you're just saying you agree with the whole situation. So if we don't do nothing, we don't do something now, we're gonna see something even worse in the future. Yeah, I just ran across this article that I wanted to share it with y'all so y'all can see what's going on and y'all can look it up for your own. It's on a whole bunch of news sites, CNN, NBC, Fox, everybody's covering it. So y'all can do your own research on it and find out more about it if you want to. But it's a real thing. And China's leading the way with it. So y'all do your research. Please like, subscribe to this video, help support my channel. And for the ones that already did and is doing that, I salute you. Much love to you. I appreciate everything. And I'll catch up with y'all later on. I'm out.